Hello, everyone. Welcome to BBO Connect, the place where Black business owners come to connect, get inspired, and empowered. We are community of Black business owners. We are here today to find out more about Sharisse Cunningham and her business and what she is doing for her community. And what her community is. Let's find out more about it, okay? So please, introduce yourself and let us know about your company and what it is that you do.
So my name is Sharisse Cunningham, and I am the owner of Cunningham Administrative Professionals. We are a virtual administrative service. We provide administrative and organizational support to small business owners, organizations, and individuals that need help with their clerical and organizational needs. What's really good about us is we do provide virtual as well as in-office support. So what that looks like is a small business owner that needs an admin or needs some assistance doesn't have to have their admin in their office all day long, which is extremely efficient because you can actually just have an admin do what you need them to do instead of that downtime where they're maybe playing solitaire on Facebook during the day. It happens.
And getting paid for it.
and getting paid for it. But also you can have an in-office admin be able to assist you and attend business meetings with you, be able to receive phone calls for your office so that while you're in a meeting, you don't have to worry about the call going to voicemail. But also when you have an admin actually going with you to the meeting, it kind of gives off a different air of who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
And this way you can focus on the meeting and not on taking notes or remembering anything necessarily. You just remember kind of what you need to focus in on.
Right.
But just generally, that's what it looks like, having an in-office and virtual admin.
Right, definitely, and that just looks good as well. Definitely, yeah. This is my assistant. Hey, we're here. We're about to do this thing. That just looks awesome.
And it looks so, corporate.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, it's just, you may have just met her 3 hours ago.
In our community, image is a lot in our
Image
community.
is almost everything.
Exactly. And I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. But that's just the way we are as a community. So image is definitely important in business and anything else. So.
But not only the image. So let's say you do have that situation where the admin just kind of shows up, right? And shows up at the meeting. You met her a couple of, maybe 20 minutes before. You guys show up. You will give her an idea of what specifically she's to capture in that meeting, but she's also, or he, is going to follow up with you afterwards to make sure that you're touching on those action items. So they're not only going to sit in the meeting and look good, the image, but they're also going to do the work that you need afterwards, which is making sure that you have those notes taken properly and follow up with you on the action items that were discussed during the meeting and make sure that happens. How many times do we as business owners sit in a meeting, have some really great ideas and I'm going to do all of them. And then 2 or 3 meetings later, you're like, oh shoot, what was I supposed to do with that first one? And now you've missed the opportunity. So with having that in-office admin right there with you, they're going to follow up with you and make sure that you actually did those things, which is going to turn around into being more money, hopefully.
Right, definitely.
Definitely. So that's the way it's supposed to work.
All right.
So who is your ideal client?
Our ideal client is any person, and it can be a small business owner or an individual, that knows they need help. And I say that's important, that knows they need help and is willing to allow a professional to help them. That's not everybody. That's not everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. If you're a small business owner and you have all the answers, then CAP is more than likely not going to be able to be of much assistance to you because you have all the answers. You don't need help. But if you are a small business owner or, I say busy moms, single dads, or, we've been called renter wives, which is horrible. But
wow.
That's what a client calls us. So what we do for that particular client is this individual is a single dad, or he has his children by himself.
Okay.
But he has to keep up with PTA meetings. He has to keep up with doctor's appointments. He has to schedule his bill pays. He has to do all those things that he can't do or that he needs help with. And so that's why he called us that. Of course, that's not what we are. We don't provide those types of services at all. But we do provide organizational help for individuals as well that just need help, need a budget, need to be able to stay on track with their budget, need accountability partners. How many of us need accountability partners?
Yes, definitely.
Where I don't need you to do any work. I'm just going to tell you what I need to do, and I need you to stay on top of me and make sure those things get done.
Exactly.
Or even just kind of outline a plan. You know, fine, I know, and just an example, I know I want to go to Jamaica next year. How do I get there? You know, you have an admin come in or have a professional come in, draw up a plan for you, figure out this is what this is going to look like, and put you on a budget to be able to stick to that budget throughout the year. And then voila, here comes Jamaica, you know? So that's the ideal client, is someone that knows that they need help and are willing to listen to the help and take the professional advice that's given to them.
Okay. All right, great.
I want to go backwards a little bit, because we just heard about your business. I want to hear about your journey.
Okay.
Your journey in even how did this get started?
All right. So back in 2011, I was temping for an agency working with a fantastic company that I ended up loving. But I was temping for them and I was doing a great job and they loved me and I loved them and everything was wonderful. But then they came to me and said, okay, so we actually can no longer afford to keep you on. The staffing agency rates are much more than we can afford. And even though you're doing a great job, we just can't afford you. So I was brokenhearted, sad, you know, absolutely, you know, that threw me a little party. That was nice. We went out to dinner. It was a really nice dinner. But I found myself unemployed. There wasn't anything that I could do. So I was unemployed for a little while, actually. And 6 months later, I went back to that company and said, how would you like to hire me as an independent contractor? And we negotiated a rate. I said, this is what I need. Can you afford this? He said, yeah. And we started out with just 2 days a week that I would go into the office and do the same exact things that I was doing because I loved it. I loved customer service. So I said, oh, that's an idea, but this is only 2 days a week. So then I, made some little flyers and went around to other small businesses in the area. And next thing I knew, I was working 4 part-time positions that turned into a full-time position, that was combined with a full-time job, but I was contracting independently with these companies. And I said, well, I want to keep doing this. I think that this could be a business. There's obviously a need for help, but these small business owners are doing everything themselves and they can't afford to hire an admin because they think, one, they have to have the admin in the office. It's hard to find quality part-time admins who just want to work maybe 10 hours a week. Why would you want to do that? And then it just fit a need. And so I was really excited to be able to start the company, be able to hire a couple other admins that were able to then go out and service other clients. And that's kind of how it all started back in 2011. So now we're just really on a different level. I didn't expect, that wasn't the plan for things to kind of turn into the way that it did. But there's a need. There's a need of professionals that want to work virtually. The times of having your admin sit in the office all day now are diminishing. Everyone now is working virtually. You can do almost everything virtually that you can do in the office, but with CAP, you're only paying for a portion of that time, which is really good.
My guess is that many entrepreneurs' journey started out in a similar manner, in regards to and Ron, you spoke of that as well.
But like I was saying, you have to have a team of people, whether you're paying people or whether you have a team that, is just there because they see your dream and they want to help you make it a reality. You need a team of people. You can't do everything on your own. No. And I've always said that. And it took me a while to get over it, and you just can't. So having a business like yours is phenomenal. And I understand you do free consultations.
Absolutely. So what we do in a consultation is you just give us a call, schedule a consultation, and it's about an hour long. We'll talk about your business needs and kind of what you need specifically. We'll talk about what we can offer you and then give you a quote. It's so simple. It's so simple. A lot of business owners are afraid because they don't know what the quote's going to be.
Right. Right.
You don't know what the quote is going to be, but we do our very best to work. So we know our clients. Mm-hmm. We know our clients. We don't have any Fortune 500 clients that have some huge astronomical budget. We work with small business owners that need help. So we are aware, very well aware that there may be budget restrictions. So we customize a package that works for your budget, for your business. So what may take you 6 hours to do, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, well, this has been sitting on my desk for 2 years. It's going to take her forever or him forever to do it. No, it may very well take that admin 2 hours. So already you're in your mind thinking that this is going to be so expensive. It's really going to take that admin a second to do it. And we're only charging for that second. So that's why the consultation is so important, for you to be able to tell us what you need, for us to be able to tell you this is what we can do, and this is the amount of time that we estimate it's going to take. And there's, I don't know if we've had a consultation with someone where they have said, no, that's absolutely out of the question. Right. If they've had a realistic budget that they say, okay, fine, this is how much money I have to work with, we've been able to work with that budget.
Okay.
Wonderful,
all right.
Wonderful.
So what, sounds like you cover a dynamic range of different services. I know we were talking about social media earlier.
Yes.
So just a rundown of what do you do, because you were talking about planning, somebody's personal, house budget planning. So what list of services do you have available for businesses to take advantage of?
And so, so we provide all administrative services. So we can answer your phone, we can do your email support, your calendar maintenance. We can, we can again do in-person meetings. We can also schedule virtual meetings. We can do budgeting, accounting. We can do accountability partnering, things like anything in the world that you would need clerically, organizationally, administratively, we can provide those. Websites, social media, anything, because what we do is we have a group of admins that we specifically work with, but if a client needs something that is outside of our circle, we actually go and seek professionals, virtual professionals that will meet and align with that client's needs. So I do not have all the answers. I don't do everything. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't. But I do know how to find qualified professionals that will be able to handle that client's specific needs. Gotcha. So there's nothing. The answer is there's nothing we can't do.
Basically, bring all the resources to the table.
If you have a need, give us a call, and that consultation will be able to let you know what we can do. But if you have that need, there's somebody that provides that service, and what we do is just connect you.
Okay. All right. Nice.
And then do other things after that, but we'll connect you.
All right. Sounds good. So everything sounds good. Sounds like the business is going very well. What are some of the challenges, working up to this point? Like, what were some of the blocks that got in the way that you had to overcome?
Oh, gosh. So because we are so customized, being able to offer a variety of services, being able to make sure that our admins are stepping up and are able to fulfill the needs of our clients in the utmost way. I have to be honest with you. I'm pretty tough. My clients, I handle my clients, or I handle our clients like they're my business. So if I wouldn't hire that admin for myself, then that client is not going to be disappointed. We do our very best. We have a very strenuous hiring process, vetting process that we put all of our admins through to make sure that they are going to meet the needs of that client. And that's been a little challenging. That's been a little challenging. Just being able to find that caliber of administrative support.
Definitely understand
that we require.
So where have you found, where do you typically find good staff?
A great, you know what, and I have had to learn this. Word of mouth is amazing. just referrals. With our administrative staff, I am shocked at how many other professionals that they know and that do business exactly the same way that they do. And I've found that they are in different message boards and different groups and have different associations and affiliations with each other. Nice. And I have been able to, what did I have a client that needed? They needed, what is it? Like paralegal drafting. And I have no idea what that is. I don't know what it is, but I put that out there at the time. I know what it is now. But at the time, I put that out there and I asked one of our admins, I said, I need someone that does paralegal drafting. Do you know anybody? Right. She said, give me 2 days. And she came back with this super amazing admin who my client is so satisfied with her. I was shocked, and by the time I really, because I didn't know this person. I hadn't, they were just referred to me. Right. But they did an amazing job with this project. I was so extremely impressed. So I found that just word of mouth is the best. But then, of course, we do, job postings online, and we do different employment fairs and things like that to get our pool of admins. Okay, nice. The message board thing, I haven't heard that in a while, but message boards are awesome places. They are. They really are. I've had a lot of success with them.
So what about growth, like your company's growth? How have you been handling that? And what systems do you have in place to address, expansion? Mm-hmm.
So we've been handling growth slowly. At first, when business first started picking up, it just skyrocketed. We had a lot of clients coming in having needs, teaming them up with a lot of admins really, really quickly, and it just got a little out of control. Right. That's what I'll say. That's the way I could put it. It got a little bit out of control. So what we've had to do is really go back through and bring it back down to a manageable level. And so now each of our admins has a package that they're able to handle. So none of our admins have more than 3 clients. That's it. We have admins that are a couple of clients that have an admin that is exclusive to them. But we are very careful now with the way that we team up. We do not accept every client. And of course, we don't accept every admin, but we do not accept every client. Right. So even if a client says, I absolutely need your services, but then we find that client is not ready for CAP, what does
that look like though?
That looks like not allowing us to come in and help, wanting to continue to do things exactly the way that they've been doing them, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. It's your business. I definitely understand, but not allowing us an opportunity to prove that we are capable of trust. All right. Not allowing us to do that. So if a client wants to continue to hold on to not wanting to release the voicemail, to allow us to check the voicemail, because that's, that password is really, really important. So they don't want to give out the password. I understand you don't want to give out the password, but then we can't check the messages. And it's something so simple as checking the messages, because a lot of our clients don't like to check their own messages. They don't like to answer the phones. They don't like to check the messages. I get it. But then we have to be able to do that. Not allowing us into the email so that we can perform email maintenance, because you don't want to let go of that password. Not allowing us to have any access to the financial documents, but you want us to do your bookkeeping. Not allowing us to your contacts, because you're worried of who we're going to, distribute the other information, share your contacts with, but you want us to maintain, to create a database or enter your information to your data. So it's those are clients that we just can't work with. Right. So I'm sorry. Sidebar. So personal information. How do you handle that, and what are your standards? Great, I was going to say that.
That was my question as well. How do you build trust?
Absolutely. So all of our administrative professionals, they do sign a non-disclosure agreement, which, of course, does not permit them to share any information with anyone. The only people that are privy to that information is myself. And that's it. And that's just in case anything ever happens, I'm able to come in and, kind of take over and, finish business if that's what it has to happen. Also, a lot of the work that we do is done through security measures. So we have security that we'll go through to gain access to certain files. at all times, the client owns all of their information. So passwords, everything we suggest, that it's a generic password. So we ask them to kind of set up not a dummy account, but a dummy account, so that the administrative can come in, but not able to extract any information.
Okay.
So those are the security, and a lot of our clients already have security that they're currently using, and we just kind of adapt onto theirs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Wonderful. I'm really, like I said, thinking about what trust. Trust is a big, especially amongst Black people.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially amongst Black people. Like, it really is hard for us to trust each other.
Yeah.
And then when you hear on the news and everything else about hacking and different things, this is it's serious. That we do have to be careful. But at the same time, it's what checks and balances. I'm hearing you say there's checks and balances that you have in place for everyone's protection.
Absolutely.
Everyone's protection.
As well as all of our admins also do, we do complete a background and criminal check on them as well.
Nice.
Okay.
So that you have an idea. Of course, we wouldn't bring anyone that didn't, but you are assured that they have cleared their background check. They don't have any felonies. They haven't been arrested for fraud. They have, that they don't have any of those types of background issues.
Right. Exactly.
What about concerns of admins, branching off on their own and taking your clients? It's a TV thing.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
So that's what the non-disclosure agreement is for. We have a pretty good legal team.
Nice.
I don't necessarily get involved in that. There's documents that they've already, the non-disclosure agreement does not allow them to go in the non-compete. They're not allowed. They're not able to take our clients. And to be honest with you, I'm sure anything in the world can happen. But our admins seem to be very satisfied with the way that we are handling business. In 3 or 4, I think it's 4 years is the end of our non-compete. And 4 years after they have separated, their business with us, is if they would like to, in 4 years, go and after that client again and see if they continue to work with them. That's not a huge issue for me at all. I mean, it really isn't. After that time has passed, I am 1,000,000% okay with them establishing that business relationship. That's exactly what I did.
Right.
I waited until the time expired. And then I went back to that client and established a relationship with them. If that client and that admin had a great working relationship, I wouldn't even have a problem if they said, look, this is what we would like to do. If they came to the company, I would run it by our board and I would say, this is what, it's never been asked, but we are wanting relationships and for administrative professionals and small business owners to have people to work with. If that happens outside of CAP, after that, time has passed, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing
wrong. And that's good. And we should want to help each other succeed, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful. So we talked about how you got into the business. We talked about the challenges, especially with getting admins and really having that team. And what's in your future?
Oh, the future. Oh, goodness. We just did our strategic planning, so I'm really excited about that. We are pushing. We have a huge social media push that's really coming out.
Okay.
We are wanting to start doing different, what are they? Expos.
Right.
We're wanting to really do a lot of vending, and because that's something we haven't done. We want to vend. We want to be at expos. We want to do a huge social media push. We got some other things on there too.
Okay.
But I can't. Yeah.
So we're pushing for more admins or pushing for clientele, or
right now we're pushing for clientele.
Okay.
Right now we need more. We need more clientele. I've got a set of admins that are sitting, waiting, tapping their fingers.
Okay, gotcha.
Typing the fingers on the keyboard, like, hey, we're ready to work. So right now
we definitely handled the growth spell, and we're ready for.
That's fine. And they're awesome. They're an awesome group. We actually have them working internally right now, just so we can, make sure that they're still, they're still making some money, keep their skills sharp, and make sure that we know they know that we need them. But we just need to get some clients. So kind of like, we just need some clients.
All right, everybody.
We've got great admins.
Right. Once
Come
again,
on.
there you go.
And remember, it's They don't have to do everything. You know, whether it's cleaning out that email.
Oh my God! Yes, just taking the business cards that are on the desk,
right,
and putting them into the CRM. It will take you how long to do that?
Days, apparently.
I promise it won't take us that long.
Right.
And you mentioned earlier the social media posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
which is so simple.
Lot, right.
But it's time consuming. And that's another great thing about us is that our work doesn't have to be done during 9 to 5. So, you know, where you're trying to get it done during the day, those posts can go out at 2 o'clock in the morning and scheduled to go out at 10 o'clock a.m. Scheduled to go out at 9 o'clock a.m. That's not something you have to do. It's not something you have to do. You can really give that to somebody else. The question that I always ask is, if I could give you 3 hours every 5 days a week, if I could give you 3 hours, 5 days a week, that's 15 hours a week, what would you do with that time?
Right.
What would you do? Write a list of what you do. Circle the things someone else can do.
Right.
That list of everything that you do, circle what someone else can do. Will I answer the phones? Can someone else answer your phone?
Right.
Will I check email? Can someone else check your email?
Right.
Will I do the accounting? Can someone else do that? Will I handle trainings? Can someone else do your trainings? No, I have to do the training. That's something you have to do.
Right.
But those other things are things that other people can do.
All right.
So let's talk about those things.
All right.
We are absolutely not going to take over your business. You're going to continue to do your business, but that's what you went into business for, to do those things. Did you go into business to answer your own phone?
No.
Did you go into business to answer your email?
Nope.
Did you go into business to type letters, to do mailers?
Right.
We did. We went into business for that. And let the professionals be able to do that while you do your business.
Right. There you go, folks. Make a list, circle it twice, and send it on over.
I don't know whether you've been naughty or not.
So, are there any shout-outs is there any Black businesses that you come across that you just think are outstanding that you want to pass along?
All the time.
Right?
All the time. Let's see. I will start out with Daddy University. Okay. Daddy University is an awesome client of ours. Daddy University, they provide fatherhood training, fatherhood initiatives and advocacy. They do trainings with DHS, with the school system.
Nice.
They run the Daddy-Daughter Dance that's coming up. They also have the other small events throughout the year. Right. So Joel Austin with Daddy University is a fantastic Black-owned business that I'm proud to work with. Okay. Let's see. Summer Miller's tax office. She's an attorney, but she also does taxes. So now is the time. If you need a fantastic accountant that she really takes a lot of time, spends that quality time with your taxes. I know everyone says, I can go to H&R Block.
Oh, goodness. She's actually a tax attorney.
She's a tax attorney.
A lot different than H&R Block.
But the thing is that she really does, she's very knowledgeable about the tax laws. Okay. She spends a lot of time researching and really does her best to be able to get all the little extra exemptions and things like that onto your taxes, which is much needed service right now, especially with everything that's going on with the government. Right, definitely. Let's see. Kavan Bennett with Heat and Air Guys. Excellent, amazing client. He does HVAC work. Okay. Heat and Air Guys they're located in Darby, but they do service Philadelphia all the time. They have a billboard up on City Avenue, which is really funny. Anybody that's been on City Avenue has seen the billboard that says, "Don't get caught with your pants down." Nice. Call Heat and Air Guys, but they do a lot with central air conditioners, heating units. He's got a lot of great things coming up, really great promotions. So I always recommend them as well. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
That's great. Well,
and many more, but
I mean, that was wonderful. First of all, we like to spread the love.
Absolutely.
And again, that is what the community of Black business owners is all about. It's about the community. It's about networking. It's about, getting our word out. And we're hoping through doing this that not only are we learning about, your business and everyone who sits in that chair business, but also to, for the community to realize that we are vast, we are growing, we are everywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we're in everything, because I would say for myself, before I really got into focusing on Black-owned businesses, I was one of those people who thought that, every Kwanzaa, it was time to go to the African store and get me, either earrings or, some African garb.
February as well.
February. Yeah, February. Yes. So it was like, okay, and that's the only time that you buy Black, right? I would have to say too, not thinking about the mechanic who worked on my car, who was, who has his own garage and business, or like you said, the HVAC, not thinking about them as being Black businesses.
I think that just spreading the word and making sure that everyone knows, different options that you have is incredible. So many times, we look and say, oh, well, I can only go to the mechanic, right? That's all that we do. No, we do everything. But you don't know that because there's no kind of directory, Right. I was looking for a Black-owned mobile massage therapist.
Okay.
And I wasn't able to find that, So we really have to work on being able to kind of get all of our businesses together and put it on some Google directory, which I know that we can do, so that we can all find each other, because how many times are you looking for a business, but we don't, it's hard for us to find each other. So what we're doing here, what you're doing here is fantastic, and definitely a way to be able to connect those pieces.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
And we are definitely going to have that resource information. I do know of a mobile Black-owned mobile.
Okay.
But you're right, and one of the things we are in the times where, in regards to their apps, we talked about the Bob Spotter, we talked about what is the various different apps that are identifying Black-owned businesses, but we just got to get in the habit of using them, as well as informing everybody to use them. It has to become part of our way of, like Yelp, like Yelp, and like Google, and like Uber. We have to make it a household name, make it a household name, and a part of it, and so forth. A lot of that branding.
Exactly.
So where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere on social media. Thanks to my wonderful admin who is taking care of our social media. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can Cunningham Administrative Professionals.
Cunningham
Administrative Professionals. If you type in CAP, you should also be able to find us as well.
Okay.
That's a handful. Mouthful, I know.
All right.
Yeah, but we're Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
All right.
Wonderful.
Website out there?
Or yes, I was going to say, or you can just contact us directly at 267-231-4087. That's 267-231-4087.
All right.
Or you can go to our website, which is CAP, like Cunningham Administrative Professionals, admins, plural, ADMINS,
all right.
capadmins.com.
Capadmins.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has truly been a pleasure.
Thank you
and
so
I thank
much.
you for coming out.
Thank you
for coming out.
Oh, my pleasure. So thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Definitely.
Right.
And for everyone out there, please go to CMBBO.com, and you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, CMBBO. And
that's right. Check out Miss Cunningham. Don't forget.
Definitely.
Capadmins.com.
Thank you.
Until the next time. Bye, guys. Peace.
Later.